Do you need to say no more often in your business? I know that's a bit of a strange question. And my second strange question is, what's your instant reaction when I say that? Do you need to say no more often in your business? Because I know for a lot of people, the reaction to that is that no is perhaps a little bit rude or a bit selfish, or maybe it's unhelpful. There's this real perception that saying no is in some way, shape or form always a negative thing. But actually, it can sometimes be the most positive thing that you can do for you and your own business. And that might be because you need to protect your time more, you need to protect your energy more, you just need to protect your skills, your knowledge, your capacity. You might even need to protect your profitability in your business a little bit more. So let me give you a few classic examples of areas where a lot of people really should say no more often. But because you're such lovely, warm, helpful people who always wants to help other people, you may well just be saying yes a little too often. So some of the classic areas where you may need to say no a little bit more often. Can I pick your brains? That's a classic. Can I basically steal some of your knowledge without paying you for it? And very often we can argue that, well, it might lead to business or it might help somebody. We can always find a justification for saying, yes, that's okay, please pick my brains. My advice to you would be to have a kind of template response, just a sentence or two that you can regularly use when that question comes up. So you don't feel that you're blundering or floundering. There's me floundering over the word flounder. You don't feel that you're floundering or letting people down, but you just know how to respond to it. So, it might be that your standard response is, I don't actually do free calls anymore, to be honest. I just find that I end up giving away so much of my time. So I'm more than happy to jump on a call, but I do charge X amount for an Y minute call. So you've just got a standard response. So that's option one. Can I pick your brains? Very similar. Shall we go and have a coffee? And I think the temptation at the moment, because we've been so locked up, is, oh my God, coffee, real people, outdoors, fresh air. And actually, if you need some social interaction, you do need some fresh air, then there's nothing wrong with going for coffee. But just be sure it's the right thing to do for your time, for your capacity, for your workload, and it isn't just giving away a load of your time for free. Would you like to join my Facebook group? Now, obviously, you should all be in my Facebook group because it's fabulous and gives loads of value. But it's very easy to find yourself in a million free groups and not have the time to do anything with them. You just then spread too thin. So you're better off choosing a small number of groups to be in very frequently or fairly frequently so that you're quite visible rather than being invisible in a million different places. Would you like to buy this course? How often have you bought a course or signed up to a thing because it sounded really exciting and other people are buying and you've got a bit of the old FOMO, but you never do a thing with it? So when you're in that moment, just think about, do I really need it? Have I actually got the time for this? Am I going to follow this through? Is this a genuine priority at the moment, or do I just need to stay in my lane and get the other courses finished that I've already paid for and not done anything with? Would you like to sign up to this free masterclass? I mean, it's free. You're not investing any money in that whatsoever, and you might learn something. You might also spend 30, 60, 90 minutes of your time in a worthless chat place being flogged or attempting to be flogged, something you don't want or need. So you know what, if there's a masterclass from somebody that you really, really admire and you're super confident it's going to give you loads of value and it's really relevant to you at that point in time, then great. If it's not those things, just say no. The classic area where you should say no more often: rubbish clients. Clients who you just know, the red flags, the bells, the whistles, everything is out. You know this is not the right client, but the money's good, or, you could just do with an extra testimonial or something like that. those clients where you know in advance they're going to be awkward will always bite you on the backside. You will always regret working with those clients. You know it's true. It's happened to you already. So just say no. Just be really honest and upfront at that point in time and do yourself the favour and say no. Doing more than you promised, over-servicing your clients, can I have a discount? All these areas are places where you end up giving away more than you should, whether it's time, money, knowledge, skills, all of those things. So actually learning to say no more often can make a huge difference to how much time you do have and how much energy you can actually protect, how much you can get done and how much you can achieve. By saying no to the things that aren't that big a priority and aren't super relevant right now, you might just get all those things on your to-do list that you've been wanting to do for ages, get some of them done. So I hope that's been useful for you, giving you a little flash of inspiration in there somewhere to put yourself first and say no more often. If you know somebody else who could benefit from watching this video, please share it with them and tune in again next week for more juicy tips. Thank you, folks.